Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I, just like each one of you who are here this morning, woke up to the startling news that our Holy Father, Pope Benedict, has decided to resign the office of Pope, our Holy Father of our Church, leader of the Catholics throughout the whole world. This was a great surprise to me, and a surprise as it was to everybody who sat in that room, as the Pope explained during the conference or during the audience he had this morning with many of the cardinals and bishops who work in the Vatican. The last time I saw Pope Benedict was, at that time, it was in March of last year. He was engaged, wanted to know what each of the bishops did, and each bishop explained to him where the diocese. I remember speaking to him about the great growth of the Diocese of Dallas and the great needs that we had here. He was engaged. In fact, he told me he had, at that time, something I didn't know, that he had visited Dallas on 3 occasions. I saw him again in May of last year, and at that time I did notice that he was tired, very tired, and but very alert. I think that one of the great things that he brought to the papacy was the fact that he was such a fatherly, such a kind leader that was a little different from the image that was portrayed of him when he was first elected Pope. I think the Holy Father was, Pope Benedict, will go down in history as a person who, in his own way, tried to bring the Church together and to unify the Church. I think it also shows that he was a man of great humility. We live in a different world than we did 50 or 100 years ago, when the Pope had all kinds of time to consult and do things and organize different activities with many of his closest advisors. Today, the world is completely different, and the Pope has felt that he just didn't have the strength to continue to carry on the ministry. Pope Benedict, being the professor and the great mind and the great theologian that he is, I'm sure he has pondered this in his mind for several months and has come to the realization that for the good of the Church, that he would resign from the Petrine ministry at this moment. What happens now within the law of the Church, there are 3 cardinals who will meet the day after the Pope resigns, and they will call together all of the cardinals, electors around the world. There are 120 of them, and they will gather in Rome and elect a new Bishop of Rome, a new Holy Father to lead the Universal Catholic Church. I ask all of Catholics to pray both for our Holy Father Pope Benedict, a prayer of gratitude for the wonderful things that he has accomplished in these 8 years. I would pray that they would all gather in prayer in all of our parishes for both the Holy Father and for the papal electors, that they will elect the most appropriate person to carry on the ministry of Peter as the Pope and as the Bishop of Rome.